Drivers, to your cars.
User joined your channel.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
I regret to inform you that Dong Sup Park has failed to qualify, but he's in the grandstands watching.
I don't really care.
Alright.
He sucks.
Alright. I was listening to a Danny Culler interview. He was Dale Earnhardt's spotter, and after he died, he spotted Hideo Fukuyama, and
Ooh.
he called him Hideo Fukujima.
Wait, has this guy even made a race?
No.
Oh.
No,
Was this guy one of the worst drivers on iRacing or something?
yeah, he apparently he wrecked a lot of people, but his I rating's not bad. So I think he's alright. Did you run any more short tracks this week?
Anymore, as far as...
Did you run any?
Nah, I just ran that C-Fix race.
Alright.
We got two first-time winners in a row in the Busch Series.
Let me guess who they are.
Good luck. One good, one bad.
What tracks were they at?
South Boston IRP.
Oh no. Curtis Markham.
No, that would have been better than one of them.
Uh, Patty Moise.
No, not that bad.
Damn.
That might be like worst case scenario.
Uh, Not as bad as Patty Moise.
But worse than Curtis Markham.
Alright. It's not Jeff Fuller. He won. Andy Santerre.
Oh, worse than that.
Oh. That's not Glenn Allen.
No, he's a multi-time winner. Oh! You know what? You're right. Sorry, I screwed up. One of them was Glenn Allen. But the driver that I thought was going to win pitted with 2 to go and ended up 3rd. And that would have been a good one.
Alright, so that's...
That,
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, it was Glenn Allen that won at IRP, but he was not the guy that should have won. The guy that should have won would have been good.
Casey Atwood.
No, close.
Buckshot Jones.
No,
Kevin Grubb.
not a full-time driver in the series.
Ooh.
Neither of these drivers are. But yeah, so I'm looking for the winner at Sobo and the 3rd place finisher and dominator at IRP.
Wayne Grubb.
No.
Mark Stahl.
Ooh, good poll, but no.
Jeff Purvis.
No.
Steve Park.
No.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
No. Would you like...
Tony Stewart.
Tony Stewart was actually really good at IRP, and if I give you a hint as to why, you might guess the guy that ran very good and finished 3rd.
Mike Bliss.
Yeah.
Alright.
He should have won.
Alright, so he's the good one.
Yes. I would have been very happy if he had won.
What car is he driving?
So he drove the 88 Kevin Schwantz car at Auto Club, California.
Is that the Kevin Page car?
Yes, the David Ridling or whatever. He went 25th to the lead at California and then fell back to 10th. And then he started 7th at IRP, ran in the top 3 in the early going. Randy LaJoy, or Junior, had everyone covered at IRP. And then Randy LaJoy had everyone covered in the second run. Or Randy LaJoy had everyone covered in the first run after Junior blew up. And then after the caution, Mike Bliss had everyone covered by 14 seconds, pitted with 2 to go for fuel and ended up third. Glenn Allen winning, who was not anywhere the whole race. He only led 2 laps. So yeah, the good one would have been Mike Bliss. Oh, sorry, I didn't tell you what car that was the Band-Aid car.
What was the other track?
California.
Wait, the bad driver won at California?
Oh no, the bad driver won at South Boston. I thought you were asking about Mike Bliss.
How bad is he?
He never even had a top 10 in the Busch Series. But he did win a couple ARCA races.
Alright. Mark Gibson.
No.
Danny Bagwell.
No.
Mike Cope.
No. Better than Danny Bagwell. I don't know if I'd say better than Mike Cope. I think Mike Cope had a top 5. At Hickory, maybe. No.
Who's the guy that drove the Hensley car in like 2000?
Let me pull it up. I don't remember what the name of the team was. It was just the Hensley team, right?
That sounds right.
HVP Motorsports. Hensley Vacation Motorsports. Shane Hall?
Was it Shane Hall?
No.
Justin Labonte.
No, he does not exist. Yeah.
Jason Jarrett.
Yes.
Was it?
Yeah.
They probably had Yates horsepower at South Boston.
I mean, he didn't do anything to earn it. He made it 1 lap further than everyone else when the caution came out, and then had a full lap lead on Matt Kenseth. Matt Kenseth only got beat by 2 seconds. Or Matt Kenseth got beat by 2 seconds. Jarrett only beat Matt Kenseth by 2 seconds after having a full lap on the restart.
Is he driving the Brett Favre car?
No, it's the 32. Yeah, it's not the car that made, what was it? He made 17 races and he missed 11 or something like that. Me and Spears were looking at it last night. keep doing bad things to Jeff Gordon.
Like what?
He was about to win at Pocono, and my game crashed, and he ended up 4th, and Mark Martin won his 10th race of the year.
Nah, you did the right thing. Let's go, Mark Martin.
I want the championship to be a little bit interesting. Mark's got like a 200-point lead. Nah, over Mayfield.
Oh, let's go forward.
Yeah, Mayfield doesn't have a DNF this year.
It'd be cool if Paul Andrews won 2 championships for 2 different drivers.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
He hasn't really showed that much speed, he's just showed his ability to not wreck this year.
How's Rusty doing?
Let me pull it up. Oh, never mind, I was wrong. Mayfield just had his first DNF of the year, now he's 4th. It's Mark Martin, 219 back to Rusty, 288 to Gordon, 309 to Mayfield, 363 to Bobby Labonte, 481 to DJ, 492 to Earnhardt, 497 to John Andretti in the Coors Light, 503 to Bobby Hamilton, and 621 to Jeff Burton.
Bobby Hamilton's in
The 4. Everything's the same as far as like the notable drivers, except for Andretti and Sterling.
That was awesome.
24th, not awesome.
Oh no.
He is one of 2 drivers who have made every race and do not have a top 10. The other one is Brett Bodine.
How far into the season are we?
19 races.
Man.
Mark Martin has 10 wins.
Oh. He's gonna have 20 wins.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's why I didn't want him. That's why I wanted Jeff Gordon to win that race.
Nah, we need Mark to do this.
We do. DW is still somehow 29th in points and has only missed 1 race, despite driving in 3 different cars and not having a champion's provisional available.
Is he driving the 1?
No, now he's in 35. He went from his 17 to the Tyler Jett 17 with Napa, the one that Ron Hornaday drove, and now he's in 35.
Alright.
Oh yeah, Todd Bodine is different too. Todd Bodine's in the 43. He's 30th in points. But he's only missed 1 race, which is less than I thought. I'd like to see Mike Bliss get a chance in that car next year.
That'd be cool.
I think it almost happened for 98. Yeah, Hamilton and Earnhardt are pretty much the 2 least impressive guys in the top 10. Hamilton's in the top 10 because he has no DNFs. He has 3 top 5s and 8 top 10s in 19 races, and Earnhardt has 1 top 5 and 10 top 10s in 19 races. And Earnhardt's led 65 laps, Hamilton's led 22.
Who won the Daytona 500?
Mark. He dominated Speed Weeks. He won his 125, but shootout and the 500.
Let's go Jimmy Fennig.
He probably would have won the Busch race too if I'd been rating guys like I am now, with like per each race. Another interesting thing, Kenny Schrader is 15th in points. He has the 3rd most laps led.
Where did he lead them all at?
in Martinsville or Bristol.
Did he win?
Oh.
Oh.
If it's the one I'm thinking of, at Bristol, he led a lot, and then he got in a wreck while he was leading with Chad Little. Kevin LePage has taken over the 46 full-time.
It's a good ride for him.
Yeah, especially because Felix is helping out Little Joe with a car at, what?
Oh, that's
at
right.
Charlotte. He drove that car.
Yeah, I think him and Felix had a long relationship.
Yes. And it didn't work out either. I mean, Musgrave won in 97 for me at Phoenix, and he's top 13. He's like 13th in points. It's like, I'm not going to...
You couldn't take him out of the car.
Yeah. And I don't exactly feel good about putting him in the 75 next year. I feel like he deserves a little bit better than that.
Yeah, it's not good.
But I don't know where he goes. Honestly, I don't know what to do with DW then, but I could see Musgrave being in the second Travis Carter car.
I wonder if you could make like a new car, like a second DEI car.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, or a second Wood Brothers car for, I don't know. The second Wood Brothers car was potentially for Elliott Sadler or Kevin LePage. Or Matt Kenseth. I put Matt Kenseth in a second Wood Brothers car.
Like a Roush affiliate car.
Yeah, because this is the most affiliated they ever were with Roush, was in '98. Basically, I think they said, I don't remember when this was, it might have been in June or something, so I could look it up, but I think Len Wood is like, basically we just put whoever Roush wants in the car if they want a second car.
Smart.
Yeah. Fun. J-Ski is calling Roush like the greatest sponsor hunter of all time. They're like, well, he's about to get Tabasco after after it's off the 35 car.
I heard Tabasco, like the Tabasco team was part of Roush somehow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like it was like Chad Little was involved or something. I'd have to look more into that.
Yeah. Chad Little, good driver.
Very good. Harold Hawley made him look great.
I feel like Chad Little is better than we think.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he's worse than we thought.
When he was in the Bill Bumgarner car, he was outrun by Tony Raines, but Tony Raines is a good driver.
Tony Raines is good too, yeah.
Yeah.
Kenny Irwin got his first win in the trucks.
Where at?
So, Bristol.
Oh, didn't know they ran Bristol back
The Load Handler 200. They ran it in June. Like as a standalone with the AutoZone Elite Series or whatever.
then. What's that?
The NASCAR Southeast Tour.
Gotcha.
I think that's just what they called it. That proves to NASCAR owners he can win on the short tracks too. Well, he can't win on the big tracks yet, but he will, maybe. I don't know, I was going to put him in a Busch car because there's I mean, not rumors of him being in a Busch car, but
We can't go
Because-
to 28.
yeah, I gotta find something for him.
Maybe.
No, I created a car for him and everything for 1998 for Busch. He was gonna drive the Randy Porter, the 48. And then there was just never a weekend where Trucks and Busch were at the same track. And then I'm pretty sure that team folded.
Maybe he can drive a Dale Jarrett car.
Maybe. Or a Felix car.
No. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Felix.
I heard he's not doing well, Felix.
Do you think he was ever going to get better?
Better at being healthy.
No, talk about Kenny, or do you think he was ever going to get better at driving? I mean, Tony Stewart had it right away.
Yeah, I feel like most people have it right away.
Especially when you're in a Yates car.
Yeah.
Or even a post-Sterling Marlin Sabatas car.
I think that team would have gotten better and his results might have improved, but not from him. Like, his driving.
Right.
It's kind of weird. You had Buckshot Jones get a 6th at Dover. You had Kenny Irwin get, like, 6th at Richmond.
Yeah, then Buckshot didn't do anything the rest of his career.
No. I'm kind of wondering how good the Stavola team still was. Like, Morgan Shepherd almost winning Atlanta.
Morgan Shepherd could win Atlanta in his own car.
I know. They tried to change the track on him, and it still didn't work.
I know I'm a homer for Hut Strickland, but I don't think Buckshot is a better driver than Hut Strickland.
No. Oh, God, no. Maybe on flat tracks.
Yeah. I noticed... I feel like every time I watch a race that Hut Strickland is in, I'd be like, alright, Hut's battling for 23rd or whatever, and then all of a sudden he's battling for like 36th, and it's like, what happened? You lost all those spots at the same time?
Yeah, it's sad. He should
But
have.
that was at like every track.
Yeah, he should have never joined the McDonald's car. That killed him.
What was he supposed to do?
Stay with Bobby.
He got fired.
No, you're right. Damn.
What, the 26th? That would have been a good option for him. But that wasn't open for another 2 years with Steve Kinzer. Steve Kinzer?
Yeah, that was bad.
Let's put Sammy Swindell in a truck and Steve Kinzer in a cup car. See how that goes.
Oh, I listened to a Sammy Swindell interview. He said he was running faster than Emerson Fittipaldi at, like, Michigan. And Emerson was jealous, so he told him to change his setup. So he changed it and he was slower.
You think that's accurate?
No,
Oh, okay.
that's what he said.
Now they need to have Emerson Fittipaldi on and ask. I mean, Sammy Swindell was like 23 miles an hour off the pace every time he ran the STP car. So
What's the STP car?
the Indy car that he drove at Michigan.
Oh, you heard about that?
I watched the race. I mean,
Oh, that's right. Forgot.
I don't know which one he's talking. I think he ran a couple IndyCar races, but was that Michigan? You said?
I'm not sure what track it was.
Okay. I remember him being way off the pace at Pocono. and he wrecked cars every time he raced the car.
What team did he drive for?
Pat Patrick. Yeah, he was Emerson Fittipaldi's teammate with Patrick.
Okay, that makes sense.
It was. I think it was when. So it was after John Cock retired, and then they put one of the Whittingtons in the car, and then he got busted for like drug smuggling. So they put. It was either Bruno Giacomelli or. I think it was Bruno Giacomelli. They put him in the car for road races, and they put Sammy Swindell in the car for ovals. And then they're like, alright, we're just going to put Bruno Giacomelli in the car now. No more Sammy Swindell.
That's smart.
And then Gordon Johncock tried to come back, and they're like, no room for you.
Dude, he was really old. Like, he looked old. Even when he won the Indy.
Well, yeah. Yeah. And, like, his legs were held together by, like, wire ties.
Was he hurt?
Always. After he won the second Indy 500, he was just always hurt.
To make an apology. I told you that Steve Miller was the producer on the bad songs of the album. He did not produce anything.
I thought you were saying he was a singer on the bad songs.
No. On Spotify it said Steve Miller and Paul McCartney, so I thought he produced it, but he just played the guitar. Very well.
You said it sounded like he was in a tin can.
Yeah. Ironically, Paul was the one that produced those songs. It's his own fault.
Alright, it's still a good album. I was listening to Blue today.
Joni Mitchell.
Yeah, it's a good album.
Very good. It's her Sgt. Pepper.
Yes. And Courtney Spark is her Revolver.
Yes. I wonder what's her Abbey Road.
I don't know, I haven't listened to enough of her.
Did you listen to Brainwashed?
What year is that?
2001.
No. That's George Harrison?
Yeah.
No, I haven't listened to that yet.
Alright. He recorded it after his stabbing and before he died, so his vocals are a little tweaked. Still very good.
I saw in one of the comments on... what was after Run Devil Run?
Run Devil Run.
Was it driving rain? Yeah, it was driving rain.
I'm not sure what the chronology is after Flaming Kai.
Somebody commented on riding into Jaipur. They said George would have loved this, and somebody else in the comments said George was alive when this was released. There's a lot of sitar in it.
Oh, okay.
I think that's why they're saying George would have loved it.
Yeah, he would have loved that. What's the song called?
Riding into Jaipur.
It sounds Indian.
Yes, it does.
I think Ravi Krishna's Chants of India was recorded before that. I could count that as a Beatles album.
Ooh. The fifth Beatle, Steve Miller.
No. I think Mal's the fifth Beatle.
R.I.P. He was very good at playing the
Anvil.
anvil. Didn't he play the organ for one song? It's like a percussion, like you just hammered on it.
That sounds like something they would make him do. He almost died in well, he died later, but he almost died in the Philippines when they toured there. It's like, Mal, get off the plane, you're not coming back. Oh no. Then he got on the plane and they were fine.
He played single organ notes on You Won't See Me and harmonica on Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite.
Alright. Trying to think of where the harmonica is.
I mean, you'd be trying to figure out like 700 different instruments if you just the whole Benefit of Mr. Kite. Regarding Evans' organ contribution on You Won't See Me, McCartney explained that he showed Evans where the notes were on the organ, and then nodded his head when he wanted Evans to play, and shook it when he wanted him to stop.
It's perfect.
On a day in the life, he controlled an alarm clock, and was one of the 5 piano players simultaneously hitting on the last chord of the song.
That's awesome. Dude, the alarm clock's like the best part of the song.
Yeah. Drag a comb across my head.
Had a smoke. Ah.
Evans played tambourine on Dear Prudence and trumpet on Helter Skelter. where he played a double solo with Lennon, though neither one was very good at the instrument.
Alright.
Evans contributed background vocals and stirred a bucket of gravel as part of the rhythm on You Know My Name, Look Up the Number. He also contributed to Maxwell's Silver Hammer, where he played the anvil, because Ringo could not lift the hammer high enough to get the right sound.
That's awesome. I'm glad they have a reason. He had to have been on Revolution 9.
No, it doesn't say. According to Evans' diaries, he helped to compose songs for Sgt. Pepper. He wrote, Sgt. Pepper started writing song with Paul upstairs in his room, he on piano. There's a lot more of Where the Rain Comes In, a lyric from Fixing a Hole. Hope people like it, starring Sgt. Pepper. On February 1st, Sgt. Pepper sounds good. Paul tells me that I will get royalties on this song. Great news. Now perhaps a new home. On February 2nd, recording voices on Captain Pepper. All 6 of us doing the chorus in the middle. Worked until about midnight.
That's awesome.
Evans was asked at the time if it would be a problem that he was not credited as a writer because the Lennon-McCartney writing name was a really hot item. For reasons unclear, Evans did not receive any royalties and stayed at his $38 a week pay.
No, that's brutal.
Leave it to Paul.
I heard John Lennon was gonna sing Good Night, and he's like, I don't like this song. Let Ringo sing it.
It's a good song. I'm guessing he didn't like it because he wrote it? Or did he not write it?
I'm not sure who wrote it. I'm thinking he wrote it.
Right, I feel like that's the only way he could say that he didn't like the song. Interesting development is that Boris Said has gone from 9th to 4th, and Scott Walters from 10th to 5th in this truck race.
What car did Scott Walters drive?
The 37 is a Baruco truck with Redman sponsorship.
Okay.
He ran the full season in '98. A little bit of a surprise, Rick Corelli's gone from 17th to 35th, which is last. And Tony Raines has gone from the pole to 17th. Hornaday has gone from 6th to 14th. L partner got into the side of him. Ooh. Battle for the lead. No new leader. Still Sprague leading. Wait till I tell you who's trying to pass him. You'll be very excited. The man who's trying to pass him. Joe Ruttman.
Oh!
Same thing?
Yeah, you and Tony Bumpkin.
That ain't no problem. That ain't a problem. 2 Lucas racing cars, though. That's not a good sign. Oh. Joe Ruttman in danger of losing second to Stacy Compton. Did you see RC Cola is going to be the official soft drink of Dover International Raceway or Dover Downs Speedway. That's brand new. Ryan Reffner has gone from 29th to 7th. They say he's one of the fastest trucks on the track. Wow, and he just ran a lap 3/10 faster than Sprague.
Is he driving the Menards car?
No, he's in the Carlin 66.
Oh! Did he drive that in real life?
Yeah. He drove it in 97 and 98. They fired him at the end of 98, put Tom Hubert in it, and then they put Stefanik in it in 99.
Oh, okay. See, I always think that's Corelli, but that was after he got hurt.
Yeah, it was 2000. Oh yeah, Corelli. I guess I gotta make sure he doesn't die. Why did Chesron shut down his team?
I think Corelli was, like, their man.
Yeah, but then Corelli came back and the team was nowhere to be found. Like, I could not picture Corelli not driving a Chesron truck, or Chesron not owning a truck for Corelli until he did. I figured it was like, alright, I'm back, I'm ready to race again. Is there a truck for me? Of course.
No.
Right?
He was gonna drive full time for Harvick, and then the sponsor was like, "We want Harvick to drive." And Harvick's like, "Okay." So that was kind of sad.
Yeah. Dang, Andy Houston won this race in real life. He's running 25th. And Biffle's 23rd, 24th. The Rookie of the Year battle. I think Scott Walters was the other rookie. Lonnie Rush, did he count as a rookie? I don't even know.
I don't think so.
Kevin Sawinski would have been a rookie. Because he ran over half the season.
How's Tony Roper doing?
Not as good as last year when he won. He's running 29th in this race.
No.
The Icehouse Beer Wagon. But we haven't gone to the track that he won at last year either, so too early to tell. Ryan Reffner passes fellow Wisconsin man Jay Sauter for 6th.
Is he driving the 3?
Yeah. I want him to drive one of the Felix cars in Cup. Like maybe the 42 after Joe Nemechek leaves.
You think he's good enough?
No, but I don't think Todd Bodine is good enough for the 43. I don't think Wally is good enough for the 46 or Greg Sachs.
It's tough to say.
I mean, there can't be that much of a difference between. I don't know, maybe there is. Between a top tier truck driver and a bottom tier Cup driver.
Yeah, no, it's about the same.
You think Wally was better at Bristol, Martinsville, North Wilkesboro, Richmond than Jay Sauter? Probably not.
No, but I think if they both had Cup experience, Sauter would have been better. But I can see Wally going there in like the truck series. And
Yeah.
doing he has cup
Right.
experience.
Right, and confidence.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian Refner to 5th. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Well, this is only like the 15th race of the season. I'm pretty sure he gets fired before Sears Point. Tom Hubert drives. Same thing with like Rick Crawford. Like I can't picture him not being with Tom Mitchell.
I think that's the only team he was ever on, even in late models.
Yeah. Like, well, it's the same thing with Corelli. I feel like he drove for Chesron even in like Winston West, Southwest Tour, all that stuff. 61. That was all Marshall Chesron.
He's driving the 75 in 98.
Harvick. He drove it for part of 97. Dan Press drove it at the start of 97.
Oh, Kenny Wallace hates Dan Press.
Really?
He said he intentionally wrecked him in a truck race.
Why is Kenny Wallace talking about Dan Press? R.I.P. Dan Press, by the way.
Oh, is he dead?
Yeah, I think he's been dead for a long time.
Oh, alright.
He died in 2015.
Oh. R.I.P.
No, but he was third at Evergreen in his second race ever, driving his own truck, and that's probably why he got the ride with the 75.
Probably. It's like the Casey Atwood at Nashville race.
Right. I have a theory about Casey Atwood.
Go ahead.
I think I told you the theory, actually. Maybe I told the theory. Casey Atwood is a top prospect not because he was good, but because he was young.
That's a accurate theory. I think he was good, but he was good at the wrong tracks for Cup. Like flat miles and...
He was really good at Nashville.
Yeah. Well, it's... Milwaukee.
What was the other thing I was going to look up? Oh, Rick Corelli. The High Plains Drifter. Dang, I forgot he won in 2000 at Richmond.
That was a great race.
Yeah. That was a lot of, upsets at Richmond. With Bob Keselowski, too. So Chesron Racing opened in 1991 with Rick Corelli as the driver in Winston West. It only ever had 3 drivers.
Who were the other two?
Well, 4. Okay. Mike Chase. Randy Renfro ran 3 races after Corelli got hurt. And Bruce Driver ran 1 race. I don't know Bruce Driver. I was gonna say, what was the race that Mike Chase drove for Marshall Chesron? It was Bristol in 95 in the 62 truck.
Second truck.
Yeah. I'm guessing that was right before he got the PJ Jones ride. One.
did he do in the Cup Series? I think he drove for AJ Foyt.
He did. Um, 91 when he tried the full season. Alright, it wasn't the full season, never mind. He was 33rd at the Pepsi 400 in 91, 25th at Talladega, 29th at Michigan, and 26th at Phoenix.
Ooh. Did he drive for AJ in Phoenix?
Yes. The first three races were in Oldsmobiles, and the Phoenix race was in a Chevy. Let's see, drivers other than AJ Foyt and AJ Foyt cars in NASCAR. Johnny Rutherford, 21st at Talladega in 77. Ron Hutcherson, 39th in the World 600 in 78. Oh, he was the brother of Dick Hutcherson?
Yeah, I think he's a lot younger though.
He only made 10 starts. Don Whittington drove the 51 at Atlanta in 80 and finished 38th. Tracy Leslie was 24th at Charlotte in 89 and 20th at Michigan. Mike Chase had those 4 races. Brian Bonner DNQ'd at the Glen and Atlanta in 94. And then, obviously, the early 2000s.
I guess we can count that.
What do you mean?
No, that's AJ Foyt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember the Copenhagen car as like a completely different car.
Right. As far as you're right. It was gone for 5 years. They ran the 50, they ran the Copenhagen car in 91. Came back in 94 in the 50, so AJ could run Indy, and then didn't come back again until 2000 with Mike Bliss.
How many races did Bliss run?
How many races did he run, or how many races did he try to run?
Try to run.
4. He ran 1.
Dude, if he just qualified for those, he would have probably ran the whole year.
Probably.
That sucks.
That was the year he ended up in the 27.
Yeah. Then he took a hiatus. Ah, that's frustrating. He's too good to, be in that situation.
That was the primary car results. In the secondary car, Ron Hutcherson was 4th at Daytona in the 500 in 78.
I think he won Rookie of the Year at some point.
Dang, I've never heard of this guy. In Cup?
Yeah.
I don't think so. He only ran 10 races. So he was 4th at Daytona, 34th at Talladega. Larry Foyt in 2000 in the 41 missed the field at Atlanta. Mark Green in 2001, 41 missed the field at Atlanta. T.J. Jones in 2002 missed the field at Indianapolis. And Larry Foyt in 2003 in a Dodge missed the field at New Hampshire, the Glen, Darlington, Richmond, New Hampshire, Dover, and finished 29th at Pocono, 39th at Michigan, and 39th at Bristol.
That 41 was a cheat car. They were trying to get extra provisionals because they ran out, so they got a new number and got provisionals.
How does that work? Because they didn't make a field.
It's so stupid. But I think they made a field and then maybe they didn't make a field later. I don't know.
David Starr ran one Busch race for them in Texas and finished 17th.
Was that a truck race?
That was Busch.
Oh.
David Starr ran Texas and was 17th, and Mark Green ran New Hampshire and was 38th in the second car. Mark Green ran Richmond in 2001 in the main car. Larry Foyt ran every other race that season. And in 02, Larry Foyt ran every race.
Where'd he finish in points? Like 20th?
Larry Foyt.
Yeah.
They're 24th in owners' points. 20th in drivers' points in 02. 22nd in 01.
Alright. He wasn't competitive at all. It's kind of a shame that he got the opportunity to drive the Cup car.
Right? I was thinking, oh, are we having a caution? No? I see skid marks.
Where was the skid marks?
3 and 4. Did Mark Green ever run a Cup race? He did not. Failed to qualify at Atlanta in 01. In a Pontiac for AJ Foyt. Failed to qualify at Charlotte and Martinsville in 03 for AJ Foyt in a Dodge. Failed to qualify... qualified the car at New Hampshire in 05 for Kyle Petty, I assume. And then failed to qualify at Richmond in 2012 for the SS Motorsports Toyota.
Both his brothers say they're as good as they are, or he's as good as they are. Might be true. I know he drove the terrible 50 Dr. Pepper car.
Who do you think was the best?
Oh.
The Busch champion or the Busch champion?
I think David and Jeff were as good, but I think Jeff took better chances than David did. Like, as far as driving, it was a lot more aggressive.
Yeah.
David kind of rode around like Terry Labonte. That's tough, though. I don't want to say that because I love David Green.
Right. Yeah, I do enjoy the David Green also. Alright, what happened here? We had 3 cars spin and no yellow.
What track are you at?
New Hampshire.
Is it the second race?
I don't know. It's like the 14th race of the season.
What month?
August. It was really stupid what they did in '98.
I was there.
You were there?
Yeah.
You saw Andy Houston win?
No, I saw Cup practice and modifieds.
I don't think Cup was there.
Oh, no, you're right. I was on the Cup race weekend during the summer.
Yeah, because this is when they were in IRP on Thursday, and then Thursday. Friday. They either ran IRP, they must have been Thursday. They ran IRP on Thursday, and then they went to New Hampshire on Sunday. Like, who made that schedule?
Was that the Brickyard weekend?
Yeah. So the issue here, Jimmy Hensley, side by side, kind of, Ron Barfield and Kevin Harvick. Jimmy Hensley tried to get on the outside of Barfield, hits him in the right rear, turns him up into Harvick. All three of them spin and hit the outside wall. Well, Hensley doesn't hit the wall. He just gets squeezed into the wall by Barfield. Or Barfield doesn't hit the wall. He squeezes Hensley into the wall. Harvick and Hensley hit the wall. Hensley is out, retired. Ron Hornaday is out, piston. Rick Corelli is out, gearbox. Ryan McGlynn is 5 laps down.
See him in 0-0.
Yeah.
Is Hensley in the Mike Curb truck?
He's in the 43. Which one's Mike Curb, the 25?
I thought it was the 43, but I could be wrong.
Well, he did own the Cup Series 43 too. For I don't know how many years.
I think that car that Richard Petty drove for him was very bad. And Buddy Parrott saved the team until he quit. I think Ron Bouchard said it was the worst team he ever drove for.
Wow. What did he ever do?
A lot. You go from the 47 car finishing top 10 in points, then you go to the Mike Curb car and can't even qualify.
Who was the crew chief when Ron Bouchard was there?
I'm not sure.
Probably Gary Cogswell.
It's not Steve Bird or Bob Johnson. Or Buddy Parrott. It might have still been Mike Beam, actually. I could be wrong, though.
Dang, Barfield, even after that spin, is still 9th. Harvick, not so lucky, he's 31st.
Car is Barfield driving.
The 35. Charles Hardy.
Sounds familiar.
Yellow Ortho Lawn and Garden. Still 21st, Andy Houston 23rd, Tony Raines is back at 24th after being on pole.
I think he's loose or tight.
I think it's tight. 2003 better cautions where you can like do your own, like throw your own cautions.
Without going completely clear.
Yeah. It's not just that too. It's like it disables collisions on pit road. It disables collisions under caution. And like you can throw like a halfway brake.
Well,
You can do actual NASCAR double file restarts.
Okay.
But I tried to download it and my computer doesn't let me because it says it has a virus. So.
How do they not get on pit road? Do they go through each other?
I think they go through each other like Legends or iRacing.
Okay. I'll be back in 1 minute getting my Cinnabon.
Okay.
yesterday.
User joined your channel.
Hello.